Hey everyone, just wanted to get started off this week with my top 5 most anticipated independent games, or otherwise games that are coming to the Nintendo eShop this year, and some of them are right around the corner. I think that indie games are really important for the future of gaming, mainly because there's a lot of studios and big-time game developers who won't necessarily listen to the fan as we want games made. They will follow the masses and they go by the numbers, mostly of what sells. And if this type of game sells, then they make more and more of that type of game, and they, hopefully build upon them as they go on. And so we get, new and better games that are closely related. However, sometimes we just want another game that is like a former game. For instance, one of my favorite games on the NES, Mega Man, and a like Mega Man game that is on the Nintendo eShop now, Gunman Clive. It's an absolute fantastic game. And indie games are important because these are games made by fans of video games that we really like, that have a cult following, for example, or that have a major following, but they don't have a big enough following for a major studio or developer to make a new game in that series. Prime example is Mega Man Legends 3. It had a large following, and they were listening to the fans. They were going to make this game originally, and then it got scrapped, I guess because maybe there wasn't enough fan support, even though there was hundreds of thousands, potentially millions. I guess it just wasn't a big enough audience for them to go on and to put the money into this game. So independent games are made by people like that who want to see games like Mega Man Legends 3 made and put into a reality, only they're not called Mega Man Legends 3. They might be called Mighty Number 9. It's different. It's different games made like previous games that we've absolutely loved, and they bring us the same amount of joy and fun that we had playing those games earlier. But now we're playing them in a whole new format, whole new game, and it's really cool. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with my number 5 top most anticipated game, independent game of 2015.
Number 5.
Mighty Number 9, created by one of the original developers for Mega Man, Keiji Inafune. I didn't butcher that name, but he is one of the original developers for Mega Man. Is currently working on Mighty Number 9. It's set to release later this year. The beta has already been released to some of those who paid enough on Kickstarter, as where they got a large amount of their funding from. And this game is really cool because they actually listened to the fans. They did where Mega Man Legends 3 failed. They actually listened to the fans. They got a lot of fan support. Fans voted on enemy designs, character designs, fan-inspired art. I mean, there's a lot of fan detail that went into this game, and that makes it really cool already, all in its own. But what makes it even further cool is the fact that it's made by the same guys who made Mega Man for the NES, and he has, kind of brought that concept onto a new game, Mighty Number 9, and you play as this robot. And all I could say is, fans of Mega Man games don't expect Mega Man, because this is a new game. This is a new game that follows in the footsteps of Mega Man, and it's very close to Mega Man, but it's not exactly the game. However, that should make it more exciting because it's going to be fresh, and it's got new levels to explore, and it's going to be just like playing Mega Man all over again, but with updated graphics and with new enemies, a new roster, that sort of thing. Mighty Number 9 is one to look out for in the next coming months.
Number 4.
Next on my list is a game that there's not had a lot of game footage about it yet. There's not been a lot of information released about it. It is Steam World Heist. Now, if you've ever played Steam World Dig, it's highly recommended. It's on Nintendo eShop right now. I believe it's on PlayStation 4 and Xbox as well. I believe it's available for all platforms, even PC. It's a really fun game. Once again, you play as robots, and it's like a steampunk kind of look on this robot. And in Steam World Dig, you play a robot who's going down into a mine shaft and mining gems, and he kind of builds this little western town, and it's like a steampunk western. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun, and these same guys are now making a new game called SteamWorld Heist. I wish there was a whole lot more I could say about this game right now. There's not. All I know is I'm anticipating it to be a really good game because SteamWorld Dig was so much fun and so addictive. It's a good 5.5, maybe 6 hour gameplay if you take your time and play through it and have fun with it. I think you'll get some enjoy from SteamWorld Dig. I think we're going to get a lot of enjoyment from SteamWorld Heist upcoming, hopefully later this year. And it looks really fun. I mean, it looks enticing. So we'll see what they can do with SteamWorld Heist.
Number 3.
Citizens of Earth. It is with great
Number 3 on my list. Here's where it starts getting kind of tricky for me in my top 5 independent games or eShop games, Nintendo eShop games. The next 3, I wanted them all to be one, really. I'm equally looking forward to them all. One is really right around the corner. It's getting ready to come out soon for the Nintendo eShop, and I'm looking forward to having it on my 3DS, on my mobile, on my on-the-go play, and that is Citizens of Earth. Now, you've probably seen gameplay already about Citizens of Earth. You've probably seen a lot of footage, some trailers and stuff. I'm really looking forward to this game because it puts me in mind of a former game. What could it be? Is that Earthbound? That is Earthbound! It puts me in mind of Earthbound, that's right. Notice how these characters walk on screen on the overworld map. Very similar to how Ness and his party walk on the overworld map on Earthbound. The fighting screen is not too dissimilar. It's in that same style. The quick kill whenever your character's levels is a whole lot higher than your enemies. There's a quick kill, and that's kind of similar to Earthbound's. I'm really anticipating this game because of that. Obviously, the creators of this game were Earthbound fans, and there's quirky music. There's probably going to be some quirky situations. I mean, the plot's already quirky enough in itself. The vice president of Earth, and people are picketing you, and they don't like the fact you're running for vice president of Earth, or are the vice president of Earth rather. And I think it's going to be a really fun game. Fun, funny, exciting. It's probably a lot more than what we can see of Earthbound influences in this game. So this is definitely one to keep your eyes on.
Number 2.
My number 2 game, most anticipated, is only above Citizens of Earth because I've played part 1. This is a sequel to a game that I really, really love, and I really highly recommend anybody to download it for $2. Spoke about it before on Power Talk. It was Gunman Clive. Mentioned it earlier. Now we're talking about Gunman Clive 2. Nintendo just released a trailer for it coming to the eShop later this year. More colorful, new levels, more enemies, new enemies. The ducks are back, which is pretty cool. If you play Gunman Clive, you know what I'm talking about. This game is just, I think it's solid gold. It's a Mega Man clone. It's a Mario 2 to some degree clone. If you play it, you'll know what I mean. It's artistic. It's a very artistic game. The graphics are really amazing. Hand-drawn animation style. It's just something different that you don't see in other games, which is another important point to mention for independent games. This kind of style you don't really get with your mainstream games, and which I think is fun and different, and is what kind of really draws me into wanting to buy that game or try that game out. So it's got a different look than other games. And this game certainly has a different look. The music in Gunman Clive 1 is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. It's throwback. It's new. It's exciting. It makes you want to just listen to the music. It makes you want to just, pause the game and just listen to the music. because it's really that good. I highly enjoy it, really enjoy the game. I've played through it several times. It's not a huge game, it's not very long, but then again, it's only $2 for Gum and Clyde. Go out and purchase it if you haven't. Try it out, play it, it's great. You will not regret it. And then get ready for Gum and Clyde 2 later this year. It will not disappoint, I can guarantee it.
Number 1.
My number one game, my number one indie game coming to the eShop this year is, it just overshadows the other games because of its animation style. I think this is one of the most clever ideas for an independent game. I think it's throwback as can be. It's going to make a lot of Disney fans happy, and that is Cuphead. This animation is absolutely fantastic. I cannot stress enough how much I'm in love with these graphics, the animation, and the gameplay, and the throwback, this 80s, early 80s style cartoon, maybe even late 70s style cartoon. I can remember watching the old Disney Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse cartoons that were only like 5 minutes long, and they had this same style animation, and this is exactly the same feel this is giving me. The music is so good coming from this trailer, the little bit of clips that we have. The animation, I really cannot get over it. It's so beautiful. It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be a fun playthrough, regardless of if you think being a cup is stupid or not. I think it's definitely going to be worth a check out. I don't care if I'm playing a rock as long as it's a fun game. And I think that Cuphead is definitely going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be the independent game of 2015 already. It's January 19th. I'm already calling that the game of the year, indie game of the year 2015. The animation is there, the music is there. I'm betting the gameplay is going to be there by the look of it, judging by the looks of it. I think those guys did a fantastic job with it, and I'm very, very eager to play this game. And definitely don't mark that one off your list. Put it down on your calendar for the release date. Whenever it comes out, get ready to download it and play it and love it. It's going to be a fantastic game. So I hope you've enjoyed my top 5 most anticipated indie games coming to the Wii U eShop or the 3DS eShop, Nintendo eShop. And until next time.
Game on! Game on!